Hi everyone, my name is Jyoti Sharma and I am the founder and CEO of TaraCares, an AI health tech startup that has built MIMOSA, a precision health platform that helps in female individuals be educated based on their health profile on MIMOSA. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Sheila Shankar, who was one of our participants in the private launch and was also instrumental in recruiting our research participants in the UAE. Sheila, welcome to the conversation. And
Thank you.
what Sheila will help us understand is how her experience using Mimosa and the value she sees to the user. Sheila is also a market research professional herself, has worked in financial sector and a number of other industry sectors. So Sheila, I would love to see your take on how when organizations are looking at this important stage of their senior female workforce staff, how can they utilize it in their talent strategy? So anything that you can add during our conversation would be amazing. Right. And so the way we are going to do this is I have the platform in front that you can see on the screen, and I will try to do my best as Sheila speaks about starting from the onboarding journey when a user is creating their account on Mimosa. And we have three modules in the platform right now: menopause science, trace your health, and prepare for your appointment. And hopefully through the conversation, you can see what a user experiences through each of these modules. So with that, Sheila, over to you. And yeah, I can get
Thank
started here. And yeah, over to you.
thank you. Thank you so much, Jyoti. It's been a wonderful experience being part of, the exact testing that we've been doing. And Mimosa as a platform is very evidence-led, as we all know. And the onboarding part was extremely simple. It covered, there is high detail to everybody's privacy. There's a robustness to this whole, to Mimosa, because not only is it inclusive of various gender groups, but it's also keeping in mind different ethnic groups that are there. So it was really nice to work with, like you may see in each of these screens as we slowly move on. See, you have various ethnic groups, and you need to add in your details. Very simple. Moving on, you'd go on to different gender groups, which is extremely inclusive, I feel, in today's day and age, and respecting various genders. So that is also something which is great about Mimosa. Moving on, I think we have, yeah, this again is a great feature where you understand what exact cycle you are in, whether it is premenopause, perimenopause, and even during recruiting people on board for the research work that was being done in UAE. I came across a lot of participants who were quite ambiguous about where exactly they fall. So this is easy explanation and clear examples for anyone to choose and understand better where exactly they fall in terms of their cycle through menopause.
And to add to that, for our viewers, based on where you think you perceive yourselves to be, as an organization, you could have women in their 40s who think they are not sure or they are not in perimenopause, but, their body is in perimenopause. So what we hope for organizations to gain is identify the gap in perception, the gap between the perception versus what the scientific reality is, and utilize that information to tailor their strategies and how they support their women, the female workforce staff. And the other thing that Mimosa does is once we have this information during onboarding, it tailors menopause science, tailors and personalizes information that is sent to you. Sheila, we then came on to lifestyle habits. And one thing to note is we haven't used the term symptoms so far because we want to see the female individual as a whole individual. So Sheila, how did you use that screen when you were trying Mimosa out?
So basically in terms of, what were my basic habits on a day-to-day, my sleep duration, and then moving on further to things like whether I was suffering from some kind of bloat or a lack of physical activity, all that. So I was able to understand better in terms of where I was lacking in terms of lifestyle habits.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an exhaustive list, so you can move in even in terms of your diet and nutrition, or how confident you are at this point, at this particular phase in your, menopause cycle. So
And
it
you
was
can
quite.
add. So if you don't see anything, you can add. And this, again, dynamically builds. So when we are offering organizational analytics and even individual analytics, we can add more granularity to the outputs that you get from the data.
Yes.
And then we come to what would you like to work on? So Sheila, what was your take over here? And I think some of the
So,
copy, Sheila, came from the research participants in the UAE and, across 13 countries that we did the research with.
basically, I think a lot of people wanted to have a better understanding to what was normal during perimenopause, and also take a very maybe educated decision, understand themselves better before approaching a doctor and
Mm-hmm.
seeking, medical help. So I think somewhere, at least for me, it was just building more awareness
Mm-hmm.
about this particular phase in my life.
Cool. And then we finish account setup, and we help the user. We are quite an actionable, action-oriented, results-oriented startup. So we help you set your reminders, and we ask for permissions to send you notifications. And then
Yeah.
that's our landing screen. So Sheila, maybe a couple of things around menopause science and the articles that we have here, which of
Yeah.
course
So
will increase with time.
absolutely. Some wonderful articles, a lot of scientific research that had gone, a lot of research-based articles, literally, and a lot of depth in terms of what symptoms are normal, what is okay. And I think somewhere reading all this, one feels quite a part of a community. You feel included in so much more. So it was nice to read and just gain some more knowledge about through the articles. So that was really nice. The landing was very informative.
Yeah, and to add for the viewers, we also our articles also has a reference section. So they are all written in a user-friendly manner, and there would be other modes of education as we grow and get user adoption. But there is a reference section for each of the articles as if it were an academic paper, so you know where the information is coming from that was put in the platform from our research and product science team. And then we come to trace your health. So Sheila, you do I think you've been one of our participants that has really utilized each section of the platform. And again, for the viewers, we've built a very comprehensive data structure here, but of course, users can log what they wish to. And we, of course, can provide the best insights if you give us as much data that you can share. So Sheila, over to you, wherever you would like to start.
Great. So what I had chosen was maybe 6:30, 6 a.m. log or a 7 a.m. log.
Okay.
And that was the notification that I got, that at around 7 a.m. And I would go down to the symptoms and
Did you do the mood?
again,
Did you log the moods and have the mood
yes,
tracker here on the calendar?
of course, yeah. The moods, of
Okay.
course, on a daily
Yeah.
basis. That was really nice. The little
Okay.
mood tracker was really good
Yeah.
in terms of, and it was okay. So you have tired, you have sleepy. Most of the
Yeah.
times it was sleepy. Thereafter,
Yeah.
there's this exhaustive, and there's happy as well, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or loving it, looking forward to the day. So there were those days as well.
Yeah.
So I like that feature definitely. And then going on the elaborate list on exactly how you're feeling, and with I think there's a mid, mild, and the
Severe? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
severe. So how severe was that? So that again was a great, those pointers were very helpful in understanding how sleep deprived I was, or whether I was feeling anxious on a particular day, or if it was a brain fog that I got up with and, a little flustered because of it. So mild, medium, severe again was a great way of defining the symptom, further, drilling down as to how one was feeling. And
And did you
thereafter,
use the feature of switching on and off the symptoms, so you didn't get the whole list of symptoms, but only the ones that you were experiencing?
I think I did. Yes,
Okay.
I did.
And you
But
can also add
on
a
some days,
symptom.
I
Yeah.
definitely didn't need to add any symptom,
Okay.
but nothing specific or nothing that wasn't covered by you all at
Okay.
Mimosa. So yes, so adding, I mean, the whole list was there, and then I definitely took away a few which were irrelevant for me on any
Great.
particular day. So this was a good place to start because I think self-care, moving on to the next phase, which is self-care based
Yeah.
on the symptom that I was facing on that day, really
Yeah.
helped feel a little more in control of how I was going to take the day along, how I was going to face my
Mm,
day rather. So if I was sleep deprived and if I'd recorded, say, under 6 hours of sleep or under 3 hours of sleep, maybe you can go
mm,
to sleep hours feature and uh,
mm,
figure that out, enter that in. And
mm,
then you be mindful with you just take a step towards being kind to yourself. So that's what I was trying to incorporate in my day. I became conscious. I was
mm,
aware that yes, today I've not slept well. So that's one thing that I need to worry about and make sure that I
mm,
get some time to catch up. Then water intake, there is screen time. Screen time again is very important because that again has a direct relationship to how you're feeling, whether you're feeling
mm,
high or low most of the time. Then beautiful features like yoga and meditation, going to the gym, based on how you're feeling, you can play around, decide upon whether you want to do yoga that day or move on to your gym routine if you're feeling quite up to it. So
mhm,
that again was something which these options were very helpful in taking the day forward for me, including dancing and
mhm,
of course controlling alcohol intake, especially if it's a weekday.
mhm,
Those were very good cues. So self-care and then moving on to nutrition. So based on the symptoms that I was facing, as well as what self-care method I was going to follow for the day,
mhm,
I went on to choose what I was going to incorporate in my nutrition schedule. Definitely to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. Things like especially during the period, if I was facing bloat, I would avoid milk and dairy. So
mm,
these were small things that I was doing and just being mindful about. But I think during the course of the week, I saw a big change in how I felt. So
mm,
again, being aware of, to snack or not to snack or move on to a healthy snack or snack on
mm.
salads, fresh vegetables and fruits, cutting down on oil, all those things, all these options are very relevant on a
And we'll
day-to-day.
move to the insight section where, our viewers can see how this all comes together.
Yeah.
But I know
Yeah.
you actually were one of the research participants that gave us a go ahead and, more than 3 votes on journal. So I love to see how you utilize the journal, which we wanted as a space for women to reflect on.
Yeah. So the journal for me came along not only with the log, especially how I woke up that day, because I had a 7 a.m. Reminder to log
Mm.
in. So I also utilized the history feature because I would
Okay.
go down and just
Let me move
you
on. Yeah, so let me move to the history feature here quickly.
yes, log, and then just beside it, there's history on top.
Yeah, let's go.
So when
Yeah,
you click on history, you know exactly how your previous day went, and you can quickly
right,
look at what you were feeling like. And for
right.
me, the journal prompt was more to set an intent for the day ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, A, being kind based on what I was feeling, being more aware of it, mindful, and also just maintaining a calm with that kindness for myself. So it was more a little bit of an intention based on how my previous day went and what I'm intending for the day ahead. So I love the
Mm,
journal prompt because it just helped me stay calm and centered,
mm. And I
regardless
love
of whether.
I
I had
love
enough
that.
sleep or
Yeah,
anxiousness. Yeah, if I had anxiety or whatever.
yeah. I love that kindness comes out as a very primary value in the way you have utilized and how and what hopefully Mimosa has helped facilitate and encourage in the way you live your life. And kindness is actually one of our first values at Mimosa. So we are very pleased to see that our design team, our dev team, the product team, kindness was first and foremost. Whether it is for
Wonderful.
the individual herself, organizations towards their female workforce staff, and the society and healthcare system. So really thank you for that gives me really good feelings within. And then let's move on to insight. So yeah, just to
Yes.
show our viewers that they receive the symptom trace that you can compare from last week.
Yes.
And we also have these positive reinforcement nudges based on as we study your profile. If you're taking heat and the platform is helping you, if we said you're dehydrated and you're reporting vaginal dryness, but then if you upped your water and we saw that there is a difference in your symptom severity, then that's something to celebrate.
Absolutely.
And this is the mood trace. So Sheila, did you use the mood trace?
I think I did use the mood trace on most days. Yes, I think for a couple of days I did use the mood trace, and it was nice because just like the first feature in your health tracker, you have exactly how you're feeling.
Right.
And this again is a live insight as to the days you've been. And it's okay because there are moods such as anger and
Yeah.
tiredness, anxiousness. So we've included all phases that a
Yeah.
woman would be facing. And that is so beautifully denoted here in this chart. So this
Cool.
again is a great feature to normalize exactly how you're feeling on any given day.
Right. And then the nutrition summary, I believe, I know some of our participants said that, hey, I'm just using too much pastry. I'm eating too many cakes. And I would love for a place where I could see that, how has my week been? Or if on a Friday night I want to have alcohol, it's easy to just go back and say, hey, wait a minute. Okay, I've been good for the rest of the week, so I can enjoy a glass of wine. Um,
Absolutely.
and then we have the self-care summary based on whatever the user would have logged here. And then let's go on to, I'm not sure if you used it, but we could go to the prepare for appointment screen. Sheila, did you want to talk about it, or do you want me to talk about this one?
I don't think I use this
Okay.
because I just finished with my annual checkup in the month
Check
of
out.
May.
Right.
So I had
Okay.
more of a feedback, but you could
Okay,
definitely.
cool. So for our viewers, the prepare for appointment, what we heard from our participants is that they wait for 8 to 10 months for an appointment and then they don't know what to ask in the appointment. So we said, okay, there has to be a better way to make the decision making with your clinician, or, say you're having an appointment with a psychosexual therapist. So you can go and create an appointment, and then that appointment helps you if we go, it puts all the data in that you can enter on the date of the appointment, who your appointment is with, and then the platform gives you pre-appointment questions. And these list of questions also get personalized based on your Mimosa Health profile that is being built on the platform. And your health trace, your Mimosa, all the documents you can export. So you can export them individually, your mood trace and your symptom trace, but you can also export an entire PDF that then downloads onto your machine, or you can save a copy to your email address. And a woman can then take the Mimosa appointment summary to the doctor and talk about, and you utilize it so instead of, because what's happening is women are being asked to recollect within 10 minutes. I mean, at least in the UK, the NHS has 10-minute appointments of everything they've gone through. Or even if you're going to a private clinician, you don't remember what you don't remember, right? And
Absolutely.
so you can take that health trace, and I argue and question the clinical safety of the information which is being given to the clinician to make health decisions and treatment decisions for you. We also have appointment notes. So how we would use it is, Sheila, if you're going for an appointment, there are things you want to think about. Maybe you will go back to your journal. Maybe you will write some questions here. And
Yes.
what our research team will do is, so say you put in your appointment note that, hey, I need to cut down on my carbohydrate intake,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And then if
Okay.
we see that in your nutrition summary, that's not what it's looking like, then we will give you a bit of a nudge that, hey, last appointment, you said you want to cut down on, say, pasta, and you've eaten pasta 5 days a week. So, it's just gentle reminders so we can help you. Everybody wants to, I think, lead a healthy life. And I think with Mimosa, we can help facilitate that and encourage that and be your personalized companion for health.
I totally
And
agree with you on that.
so let me just stop sharing the screen now.
Okay.
Sheila, was there anything else in closing that you wanted to mention to our viewers who are watching you? We are going to utilize this amazing interview with Sheila in all the conversations that we are having, and we'll have more of these from other users. And Sheila, you were an Android user, right?
Yes, I've been an Android user.
Right.
And what I could say is that coming from a research background, I think the insights feature was something that I was really looking forward to, and that kept me going with the log. And the log also is so diverse in terms of all the symptoms that one faces. So I definitely felt quite included. And at the end of it, it was the self-care also felt like I'd nurtured my own self. So that was really nice. Yeah, so that was
Interesting.
something which you
Mm.
just give yourself that little importance or that little attention uh,
Yeah.
to Mimosa. So it helped. It really helped.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. That it's difficult to articulate what I'm feeling right now, but thank you so much for mentioning that. And for our viewers, the platform is available both on Apple and Android, and it's currently available through your employers. So if you are watching this conversation and you would like to have a chat, just drop me a message or check with your manager, with your boss, and they can reach out to us and have a chat. We are also offering 14-day trial pilots for employers, so that their workforce can try it out. And Sheila, thank you so much for your time in helping us spread the message of why we built this platform. For me, this is not a marketing promotion. We are putting science before social hype, as I've mentioned on my LinkedIn post this morning. And Sheila, your usage and lots of other women who are using it through our private launch just helps us take that message in different directions in different parts of the world. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I
Yes.
have.
Thank
And
you so much,
thank you.
Jyoti, for this opportunity because there is a sense of purpose in being of service to women all over the world, and that is where I'm coming from. It was great to be part of not only the recruitment of participants in the UAE, but also trying this and being part of the testing team. It felt amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sheila. And thanks to my entire team, Emmanuel, Anne, and Zoe, who are behind the product. And we cannot wait for your workforce to try it out. With that, we're signing off. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.